I really hate how much I hated Les Miserables. Now, whoa, ease off that dislike button, hear me out for a bit. You have to understand, I'm somebody who grew up with musicals in my life. Like, for the longest time, I thought that Stephen Sondheim and Andrew Lloyd Webber were the soundtrack for everybody's road trips. But yes, of all the musicals that are out there, Les Mis is easily in my top 5. And why is that? Well, first and foremost, I think the story of Les Mis is a fascinating one. It's the redemption tale of a convicted man in the eyes of both God and the law. It's got incredibly interesting, multifaceted characters, and musically, Les Mis is beautiful. The songs will move you to tears. And real men cry during Les Mis. So all of those things were simply being transplanted to a film medium. And I love film, so it's a win-win for me, right? Well, before I delve into the things that bothered me, let's continue with this like fest. I thought that Anne Hathaway was an absolute knockout, as was Samantha Barks and Hugh Jackman. The production design is also really great, and yeah, I was moved to tears in a few instances, but in areas where the film started to stumble were all the areas that make a film. From sound mix to editing to cinematography, everything seems to be missing the mark. And I believe the culprit for all this is choosing to have the actors sing on set. Now, in theory, this seems like a great idea. This allows the actors to have a lot more freedom, and director Tom Hooper is one to always stress the realness and rawness in a performance. But a lot of things in theory don't necessarily work when put into practice. Because you see, singing is like any sport. Even with the most extensive training in the world, you do become exhausted. So sing a song 50 times, the 50th time you sing it won't sound anything like the first. What this then means is that you have to accommodate for the depletion in performance. So in order to get as much coverage as you can, you have to have multiple cameras running on a single take, which might actually mean that you can't get all the shots that you want because some cameras will be in the way of other shots, which is then ultimately going to be limiting your options in the editing bay. And then you also have to account for boom and mic placement, so you might not be getting the best input there. Now I understand why they used pre-recorded tracks. But these ripples don't stop there. This live singing also bleeds into affecting the film's pacing, because in this live singing scenario, Tom Hooper stressed that if an actor felt the need to take a break in the middle of the song, to have a moment, they could do so, which directly clashes with the philosophy surrounding a musical. When emotion gets too high to express in any other way, actors break into song and dance. That's how a musical works. But I guess we exist in bizarro world with Les Mis because everybody sings the entire time, so I guess when emotion gets too high, you just talk? No, because in the case of Les Mis, we have these temporal jumps which keep us at pivotal points in characters' lives, making every song absolutely necessary. And we can see this rule in effect when Broken really kills the mood. When Hugh Jackman chooses to whisper the lyric, "I'm Jean Valjean," in Who Am I?, the energy just falls out of it. And to answer the question of your song's title, it's an actor who's performed on Broadway who should know better than to kill a song's momentum like that. And again, Tom Hooper, I understand that you really want to highlight these performances, so you're going with a lot of close-ups, but for God's sakes, use a wide once in a while. Rarely did I have any spatial bearings, and a wide shot can do a lot more than just establish a scene. Like, for example, in the song A Heart Full of Love, where you've got an established love triangle, a wide shot can physically portray what's being felt emotionally. Two very close individuals, and one off in the distance. Oh, spurned love, now sing in the rain. That single wide would have done so much for the storytelling and the characters. And in terms of other illogical choices, why, in one of the few happy moments in a film whose title translates to The Miserable, when you finally do give us an establishing wide shot, is it a Dutch angle? And for those of you who don't know what a Dutch angle is, it's one that's like this and tends to indicate unease and suspense. But that angle is completely unmotivated, as nothing bad is about to happen. What we see with Les Mis and the choice to sing on set is exactly what we've seen with How the West Was Won in Cinerama. While it's incredibly appealing to shoot your film at a super wide aspect ratio, shooting with 3 cameras creates a ton of technical headaches. I do think that Tom Hooper is a good director. I loved The King's Speech, but I think this decision ultimately stopped the film from being as great and grand as it could have been, leaving me underwhelmed and one of the miserable. So those were my thoughts on Les Miserables. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you want, you can check out previous reviews, or you can follow me on any of them social networking sites, or find yourself a promo code to save yourself $10 on a MoviePass subscription. All those links in the description. So comment, click, and keep loving movies, guys. As for me,
what is this? It seems to be the end slate, so just click around, that would be great. It's standard practice on YouTube, like and subscribe, don't be a noob. So viewers, I must thank you for watching this Les Mis review. What is this? Well, this is the end.
starting to kill my voice. Well, this is the end. I wish it were written for a bass. That was... Oof.